Hi, I'm Arnold von Buren and I'm the CEO of TCG Process Group. Now it's really an exciting time in technology and at TCG Process. We are especially excited to announce OCTO, a business process platform. OCTO is already supporting millions of daily transactions without a hitch. OCTO has proven itself to be very powerful and robust. And that's why we have given it a name and are releasing OCTO as a separate process platform product.
I'm Rowena Spencer. I work in marketing here at TCG Process, and today we're speaking with our head of product, Neil Walker, and our chief technology officer, Patrick Ulrich. The OCTO platform features 8 key capabilities that together unlock unlimited potential for process automation. Can you tell us a little bit about them and why why now is the right time to introduce OCTO?
Yeah, sure. I mean, for us, we're kind of really confident that we think we've got exactly the right timing. It's not just really us that see it that way. The industry is kind of moving around us in the same fashion, to the point that Gartner have introduced a new industry segment. They're calling it BOAT, which is business orchestration and automation technology. And that really fits very nicely with the powers that we have within our product. So whether we're talking about automation, process management, the integration side, or low code, which is part of how we bring our processes to life in the fastest possible way for our customers. So we're kind of at a point where we think we're not just at the right time, but we really believe we have exactly the right technology to allow customers to take advantage of this new approach, where we're not looking at automation from a point of view of automating specific tasks using lots of different technologies. We're really looking at end-to-end automation, where we have a single platform responsible from beginning to end.
Orchestration is not a new term, but it's something that I think we're hearing more about in the process automation and intelligent document processing space. So can you tell us a little bit about it and why it's so important for organizations at this?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, from end-to-end process automation, orchestration is essential, because essentially it's the glue that brings the process together. And when we think about end-to-end processes, we're really bringing in information from legacy systems, legacy landscapes. We're bringing in the people that are involved in processes. And more now, we wanted to integrate new or even emerging technologies, the technologies that haven't necessarily found their way into our world yet, but they will find their way into their processes over the coming months as well. So for us, being able to bring all of those together inside of a single process is essential. And we talk about a common data model. And a common data model for us is essentially a kind of common language between all of those different systems. So we can easily navigate from one to another, sharing information, bringing information together, and ultimately presenting it to the people who are involved in processes as a collective unit, which means from an automation and efficiency point of view, they're getting all of the right information at exactly the right time, which is why ultimately orchestration has become such a big part of what we do in extending our process automation journey.
With OCTO now we can talk with AI services. We can take the data, we can put it into our data model, and then we can also deliver it to the systems of the customer, if it's legacy or not. This is really the way to go with our OCTO system, and we can improve the processes of the customers. So we've always been confident about the benefits of IDP. So we always have been sure that this is an important piece for companies to automate their processes. And now with the new AI technology, we are just able to unlock new processes. We are able to solve different problems that occurred in the past. And this just helps us and our customers to make better and more processes in our area.
And I think about the kind of hallucinations that I've encountered in day-to-day use with generative AI. How are those mitigated to ensure consistency and only that accurate data is passed along through these business processes?
Yeah, for us that's basically not really new. We have always been in this area. IDP was using different engines. So we always have used OCTO engines, different ones. We always use different extraction technologies, and none of them deliver 100% accuracy. So we always needed to check the values they give us back. So we are used to build validation rules. We are used to use master data to check if the values are correct. And that's absolutely the same as AI technology, and so not really something new for us.
Security and compliance are obviously a top concern for organizations. So how does OCTO really ensure that integrity and that compliance and security?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a top priority for not just our clients, but our prospects as well. I think in the current world, security and compliance are forefront of everything that every organization is doing, particularly in kind of regulated industries that we typically play in, like in insurance and in banking. And they're kind of typically looking for ISO compliance or SOC 2, which is really difficult when you're kind of talking about processes that might have certain manual elements. So there's manual handoff inside of a process where you essentially, for at least part of it, you'd lose control completely. And for us, inside of an end-to-end process, that's one of the benefits, that security and compliance essentially is baked in from the beginning to the end. All the way through, we're kind of evidencing and providing audits to exactly what happened inside of the process. And it even kind of extends beyond there further into not just the process execution, but how processes evolve over time. We keep an audit of any changes to the configuration. So at any point in time, our client can go back and they can say, this is what happened inside of our process, and this is why it happened inside of the process. And I think, as we see more need to kind of provide evidence of supporting what's happening inside of a process, it's becoming more and more paramount. So it's kind of, for us, it seems simple because it's essentially in there. You can't run a process without it. But for the client, it's really, really important. Yeah.
Your data is safe in OCTO. All process transactions run in a secure, encrypted environment, on-premise or in the cloud.
Low-code, no-code solutions are a real trend in the industry and in the space right now. How does OCTO empower non-technical users to drive efficiency while still really ensuring the depth that technical teams require?
So OCTO has always been a no-code rather than a low-code platform. So we are building the processes without using coding. So we don't have developers to build processes, which enables the business user to build their own processes because they do not need to write any code. The low-code part is more, we can extend the platform if it's needed in a customer installation. So if there are some special things which we do not have in our product, which is not part of OCTO, then we are able to implement it in the project and extend the functionalities of our platform. That's more the low-code part of our system.
And there's a significant activity library that comes with OCTO, is that right?
Yeah, we have at least 150 different activities in our product. So we have a lot of functionalities built into the platform, so into OCTO, and typically this is far than enough to fulfill the requirements that we see in our processes.
Can you share a specific example of how a customer might leverage OCTO to improve operational efficiency?
Yeah, I think it's not easy to pin down a specific case because OCTO is really for infinite possibilities, so we can do anything with it. But for example, instead of just getting the data out of a claims document, we are and trigger the next system to start the case. Now we are able to collect all the data from the different legacy systems around and put it together in our platform. And then we can visualize those information and show the data to a knowledge worker, which really can close then the case in our OCTO platform instead of going between the systems back and forth. So this is some case that we see with OCTO.
So all the communication and touch points and things are facilitated in one platform, which is visually represented.
Yes, we are really ready to communicate with any system, and this gives us the possibilities to collect the data. And visualizing was always part of our platform, so we can really fulfill those complete end-to-end processes.
OCTO is excellent at solving today's processing challenges. Few products out there can claim so many benefits at once. OCTO is enhancing customers' services and at the same time making operations much more efficient. OCTO has been designed to be a cornerstone of any automation strategy. And its leading orchestration capabilities let you safely build transparent and scalable processes based on the smart collaboration of systems, services, and last but not least, humans. I bet you that OCTO is capable of elegantly solving most of your document-centric business process and automation challenges. Technologies, as always, will keep changing. OCTO, however, will remain your sturdy platform to continuously automate and improve your business. I kindly invite you to find out how OCTO can solve your automation challenges quickly and without coding. Try OCTO on your own or chat with a process expert at TCG or one of our trusted partners. We truly look forward to working together with you. Thank you.